Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Closed Doors, and this will be the last one for a few days. For the very simple reason, tomorrow is my birthday, I want to take that day off, and we had a very busy schedule the last 3 months, so I'm going to take 1 week it a little bit slower. That doesn't mean you don't see any updates, because we have digital classroom and we have some other stuff, but it will be a little bit more slower, so not every day. Today, a very simple episode. I want to show you something that I'm really happy about. So enjoy today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors. Okay, you hear the audio now, right? And the audio should be better than it was with the on-camera mic. For the very simple reason, the on-camera mic is far away from me. Far away, it's on arm's length. But the problem with the on-camera mic was that every time that I turned my camera, you will hear a different sound. Or in other words, you won't hear any sound at all from me, just a very quiet going like... And that didn't work for me, because I want constant quality and I want to be able to turn around my camera, and I want to be able that you guys also hear what I'm saying when the camera is pointing the other way. So for a while I tried a lavalier mic, this one, and that worked pretty well. The only problem was that I had to plug it in every time I wanted to use it, and the main problem was that the audio level between the on-camera mics and the lavalier was huge. So in other words, if I wanted to record everything around me, I had to pull the plug and then change the audio settings when I wanted to use the lavalier mics, pull the plug in, put the plug back in and change the audio levels again. So that didn't work. And well, in all honesty, I didn't want to bring a big pack like the Boyas or the Sennheisers, which we use for digital classroom and our instructional videos. And by the way, those have great audio quality, but it's a big pack and I don't want to be walking around with a big pack all day. So we wanted something else. And if you look closely, you can actually see what we got. And this is a small receiver, and this is not the best audio quality you can get from this. This is a Sony Bluetooth device. So this is the whole microphone, and on the camera there's something similar that actually receives it. That's about it. So this is small, right? But it's still very obvious, and especially when you saw yesterday's episode, you see me wearing it on a sweater and it just didn't look nice. The cool thing about this one is you can actually also connect a lavalier. So let's try that now and listen to the sound quality difference. So this is the sound quality of only the Sony. Now let's switch to the lavalier. Okay, that didn't work. Now, why didn't it work? I don't know. The normal Bluetooth connection works great. I've seen guys online using lavaliers that works great. So we're going to try it with a different lavalier, because the Rode lavalier I'm using now, I don't know what happens, but it compresses the sound enormously. And when I plug it in directly, it works great. So this is something I have to work on. And I do want to show you another thing. Now, when you connect the Sonys to the camera, you have two options. You have one that actually sits on the hotshoe, and you have one that has two units like this. And we opted for this one for the very simple reason I also want to be able to use it on other devices. And well, how do you connect it? Well, yesterday we jerry-rigged it, I love that expression, to the camera with some tape. It didn't look nice, as you can see here. But Tethertools also has a great solution that makes it possible to connect stuff to your hotshoe. And now it looks like this. Now, that's way better, right? Now, this is the Tethertools product. Find it online. I really highly recommend it if you want to jerry-rig something onto your hotshoe. Okay, so that's almost it for today. I do want to address one more thing. Now, as you can see, I'm already editing today's episode of Behind the Closed Doors. And that's because I thought that the lavalier would work. So we are already working on it. But you see, I'm doing it on the Dell, right? And don't worry, I'm not going to go into the Dell as a MacBook killer again. I just want to do something else. Now, a lot of you guys have always been incredibly nice online and giving me a lot of thumbs up. And ever since I started doing the macOS to Windows, I got way more responses that, let me put it nicely, are a little bit more harsh. And well, in all honesty, I understand it, but I also don't. Let me put it into perspective. If you move houses, do you change as a person? Does your work change? Does the way that you operate change? No, both houses have a restroom, a bedroom, a toilet, a kitchen, a dishwasher, or whatever. They're just different houses, right? Now, I'm a content creator. That means that I'm using software to create content for you guys. For example, Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere. I'm using Resolve, a Capture One, DxO, Alien Skin, whatever. Those are cross-platform. That means that they're on both systems. So if I want to create a video, I can do that on the Mac, I can do it on the PC, and I can do it even in the same software. It's not that I have to change software. Well, of course, Final Cut Pro, Resolve, Premiere, that's the only program that doesn't run on the PC, Final Cut Pro. But you know what? That's doable. Anyway, so as soon as I'm in that software, everything's exactly the same, guys. Now, what do I do with my computer? I turn it on, and the on switch is actually in the same location as on my MacBook. It boots up, and I'm starting up Photoshop, Lightroom, or Capture One, or Premiere, or Resolve. As soon as I'm in that software, everything works exactly the same. And yes, of course, when I close the software, I'm in Windows. But the only thing I do in Windows is go to the Start menu and close my computer. Now, I know, Windows has a reputation of being less stable. At the moment, I didn't experience that yet, but maybe in the future. And you know, we always have a separate hard drive, which we can just connect. If something goes wrong, we have a hard drive where a version of Windows is on that works. So there's no problem at all, just be smart. And another thing, by the way, do you see this? This is an iPhone. I use that also to create content. I make pictures with it, I do video. When I move it really close to the Dell, it doesn't explode. Sorry, it's not a Samsung. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so it doesn't explode. The fun factor is actually, and this is something that surprised me, when I connect my iPhone to a Mac and I want to take the pictures off, I have to go into Lightroom, or I have to start Preview, get pictures of iPhone, and I can use apps or whatever, but it's tedious. The first time I connected my iPhone to the PC, I found out something really interesting. It just shows up as a hard drive, and when you open it up, it just sees all your pictures and all your videos. So it works better for me on the PC than on the Mac. That's weird, right? And that's what I mean. Some things will be better, some things will be different, some things will be worse. But in essence, as a content creator, I don't care about the operating system. I only want that my software is the fastest possible. And at this time, it's on the Dell. If Apple releases something next year or the year after that's even faster or even better to create my content, I will switch back. Because, well, the hard drives are interchangeable now. There are plugins like Paragon NTFS or Paragon AFS Plus. So you can read Mac drives under Windows, or you can read NTFS drives under Mac. Is it 100% safe? My personal opinion, I switched everything to NTFS. But for testing, you can use both. So, and that does conclude our episode for today, guys. I see you again next week during Digital Classroom, and that will be a proper episode of Behind the Closed Doors with nice in-between videos, nice in-between shots, some music, and, well, it will be edited like you're used to, because these smaller episodes are more aimed at what's going on in my mind and some things I want to share with you guys. So, bear with me and see you next week. Have a nice weekend, subscribe, leave comments below. Those are very important for us. Like, and of course, make everything possible to grow our channel. Hey, thank you so very much, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.